The following is an actual play of Pandemic Legacy. Pandemic Legacy is a storyline-driven board game, and we will be exposing certain storyline elements through this play. If you don't want to be spoiled, turn back now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rage Quit Radio.
Never thought you'd see the day where I was the professional one, did you?
Yeah, not a damn one. So, folks, welcome to Rage Quit Radio. This is Mike, and this is a Rage Quit Radio special presentation. I am joined by fellow RQR host Justin.
Word.
And we've got a couple of guests here in the house that you don't normally hear on RQR. They're more often on Electric City Sentai Denzi Caster. So we have joining us as well
Dave the Head
and
William Harrison.
And we are here. We also have our roaming reporter in the form of Denzi Caster's Joe Budnick.
Nice to see y'all.
So Ronin, the Ronin News Network is here in the building. He was looking for a name for his news company. So.
You can't beat the Wandering Wave, man.
There you go.
Hey, if he doesn't get it in by deadline, seppuku.
And Mikey Nodine, who has been on Denzi Caster before, and occasionally, I think, probably shows up on the Two Fools on multiple occasions.
He's been there a handful of times, yeah.
So,
I have to ask a question real quick.
Yeah.
Because I keep hearing Denzi Caster, and everybody in here is part of Denzi Caster. Is it just strictly like the...
It's a tokusatsu show.
Okay.
And whoever shows up is on the show.
Do you even listen to our channel?
I haven't listened to it yet.
Bro, do you even show, bro? Show, bro. Show?
I have to get around to watching the announcer booth, but I haven't listened to Denzi Caster yet because I don't know exactly what it's about. Like,
That's why you put it on and listen.
It's a show about tokusatsu shows and movies and things like that.
What is that?
Japanese superheroes and monsters.
Godzilla Power Rangers.
Word.
There you go.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So,
And every once in a while they fight each other.
so I'm gonna apologize in advance. Okay, I'm gonna apologize in advance, folks, because there's gonna be a lot of crosstalk on this episode. There's gonna be a lot of bullshitting, and there's gonna be very little editing because this is
possibly some drinking.
No, not possibly. There will be drinking. There will be booze, courtesy of the Wandering Ronin.
Don't worry, I'm the designated pilot.
So, with that said, Kampai, we are about.
Bye, Mike.
we are about to doom the world.
That's
We are playing Pandemic Legacy.
Oh, God, you know you're going to create with this a drinking game that every time there's an outbreak, everybody's got to hit a shot.
Oh,
Yes!
Can we please start right now?
No.
Not today. Learn the game first, then let the game screw you.
I got this.
I'll give you a heads up, folks. On episode 2, we will have an official drinking game. We
The hell you say?
No, hell no, we won't.
Yeah, we will.
We did.
No,
No, I was here for the first time. No. Me and
you.
Justin were here for the first time we played this. No.
And I'm still
I'm
not
talking
here.
about
Audience participation.
How many times did Epidemic pop up?
That
in
is
what,
true.
Like 10 fucking minutes?
Yeah.
That is true that the
Come on.
audience can do it.
Yeah, you
That's
guys.
true.
You guys come
Just
up.
for the audience, folks.
You guys come up with our drinking game. We'll go from there. But now this said,
That would be fucking hilarious.
folks.
We'll go on a wild rant.
Okay.
Right.
So we are playing Pandemic Legacy.
We're excited.
You've heard the spoiler warning at the beginning of the show. This is a story-driven game, yes.
I didn't hear the spoiler warning. I was late. Sorry.
Nobody in the room heard the spoiler
He's
warning.
going to record it.
Oh, you were talking?
Have you even listened to this show? Have you even been a part of the show? God dang it.
So,
We're not 5 minutes in and it derails. All right.
So, just so everybody is aware, there are storyline elements to Pandemic Legacy. There are things that will happen during the game. If you don't want to know what happens in Pandemic Legacy, turn this shit off now. Nobody will blame you.
Okay,
But-
I have a serious question about the game.
Okay, go right ahead.
Okay,
Not
so
too bad.
I'm going to throw this out to our production team. Maybe you put a photo for this question up.
Mm-hmm.
In here, it says objectives and has these months.
Right.
And the months have stars in them of various numbers. Why?
Damned if I know.
Rock and roll. Let's keep going.
So, I believe that is the number of objectives in a given month you have to achieve.
Because I don't recall Pandemic, the normal version, having objectives other than don't die.
Yeah, well, this one does.
This is why this is Legacy.
Yeah. So, just to give a heads up on what we're playing here, what everybody's got, we are starting our first game of January. The game goes through 12 months. You are going to play at least one game a month, possibly 2 games a month. We will be playing 2 games a month because we will probably die a lot.
No.
But
That
so
never happened.
yeah, so we
You have a Jesus medic, literally.
Jesus.
I was about to say, I think you should name him Jesus.
My actual name is Jesus.
As long as you don't name
Jesus.
him Jesus Christos, you're okay. It's not
Can I?
sacrilegious.
Is it like can I not just go against the grain, guys, and be Jesus instead of Jesus?
Jesus.
Well, now you could be like, in an English-speaking country, I am the Jesus, and no one messes with the Jesus.
But anyway,
I just want the name to fit the role.
Sure,
that's
between
exactly
that
what
being called
he
the
is.
Electric City Saviors, this world is doomed.
yeah. So,
And I'm here to broadcast.
So, to let everybody know where we're starting, we have already done our shuffling up. We were going to try to do some video of this. Unfortunately, the SD card on the camera decided to be a bitch. So,
This
none
is
of that.
what happens when your Center for Disease Control is a fly-by-night organization.
So,
I know now what you mean.
now, William, David, Justin, and myself, we're the ones actually playing the game. I am the dispatcher. So if you've never played Pandemic before, that basically means, as my action, I can move other people's pawns around. Let's see. David, you are...
I am the generalist. I do not have a special ability, but I do get to take 5 actions instead of 4.
Yeah, typically it's 4 actions a turn. William.
I'm the researcher, and my power's kind of broken. Basically, I can give anybody, as long as I'm sharing knowledge with you, I can give anybody any, what is this?
Research cards.
Any research card
Have another drink.
from anywhere on the map. Like, I don't have to be, like, normally how that works is we have to be in the same place in order for me to share research with you.
That's the
Researcher, however, I can be all the way across the map and be like, yo, so I need
Well, no, we have to be in the same city. So, for example,
No.
No.
no, you and I both have to be in Atlanta.
So here's what it works. Typically, to share knowledge in this game, if you wanted to share the Moscow card,
Okay.
both players would have to be in Moscow to give the Moscow card from one player to another.
Right.
In your case, you can be anywhere on the board as long as you and the person you're sharing knowledge with are in the same city. You can give them any knowledge card you want.
So, for example, if
Okay.
you and I are in
Oh,
Atlanta,
yeah, that's right.
you
I'm
can give
sorry.
me
I'm
every
sorry.
card you have.
I got confused.
And now, with the legacy rules, as
can
one of
take
my actions, I can give it to you.
Yep.
That's a new rule for the legacy.
Yeah. You can actually...
I can take one card from you, and you can take.
Well,
I can
But
take
no, it's
No.
part of my action.
Well,
you
no,
can
it's
take
part of.
any card from him. You just have
Oh.
to give him the one for your city.
Oh.
Yeah, but I can also. I don't. If I'm reading that right.
You may give one of your city cards when you share knowledge. It need not match your city. A player who shares knowledge with you on their turn can take any one of your cards.
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I was
Okay.
talking about. Like, I can give you any card that was like, we're in the same city, but
Right.
you have a card that you need, but it's from another place.
Right.
I can be like, so, see, you need this here. Have fun with it.
Our pawns just have to be in the same city.
Yep,
Either way.
our pawns just have to be in the same place.
Unfortunately, the documents being handed over still are physical documents.
Yeah.
Now, Justin, you are...
Still kind of broken.
I'm the medic.
It is.
Pretty much, if I'm in a
man,
city,
that's
I can
just like-
remove all cubes of one color when doing the treat disease action. And then I can automatically remove cubes of cured diseases from cities you are in. So if I just go to the city, it is cured, pretty much.
As long as we've already cured the disease, he just walks in and says, treat everybody.
Ergo, the very accurate character name.
Yes. Hence the Jesus moniker.
This
He
is-
walks in, you touch his cloak, and everybody is cured.
Yes.
So,
Yes, look at me.
the only things we have yet to do...
The one character I didn't want to play.
Well, why
Well, you left it up to random luck of the draw.
Okay.
So,
What's that?
this is the first legacy card. It says, draw this and read the other side just before you set up the first game. So before we do that.
Well, do we want to explain to the people which cards we're holding? Since they won't be able to see them.
Sure. So to start the game, I have Jakarta and Hong Kong, which are both part of the red disease.
I have Essen, which is blue, and Shanghai, which is red.
I have Johannesburg, which is yellow, and I have Manila, which is red.
I have 2 red cards. I have is it
Taipei.
Taipei, and
Taipei.
Tokyo.
All right. So, our January mission briefing. You know the drill. We got 4 viruses causing us problems. They seem to be mutating faster than usual. We have someone looking into that. For now, keep it under control, as one of them may grow beyond our capabilities. So that's our first mission briefing. And the next card in the Legacy deck says, keep drawing. Your objective is on the other side of this card. Place it in the objectives area. Objective, discover cures to the 4 diseases. So that is our first objective.
Okay.
Sounds awful.
AKA
Yeah.
the normal game.
That sounds easy enough.
That will change.
AKA play Pandemic.
Okay, so
I'm bad at that.
Now,
go ahead.
just so everyone knows, because someone will have to remind me, the next card will get pulled. Let's see here. Do not draw any more cards. Put the reminder token on the 3rd space of the infection track. So there.
Aha.
Now,
It's a reminder to
draw the next card as soon as the second epidemic has been completed. So on our second epidemic card, something bad shit's apparently going to happen. So that's Epidemic 1, Epidemic 2.
So let's go ahead for the folks who may not have seen this game yet and explain all the many ways we can lose, because there's only
Sure.
one way to win. Cure
So-
the 4 diseases.
Cure
Right
the
now.
4 diseases. That's the only way
Right.
we can win this game. Now, the ways we can lose. Epidemic cards will come up. They may wind up causing outbreaks. Of course, regular infection cards can do the same thing. If a city has 3 of the same color infection tokens, and it would get a 4th one, it outbreaks, and it goes to every city connected to it by a direct line. If that happens, we move the outbreak track up 1. 8 outbreaks, we're done. If we run out of cubes for one of the diseases, there are only 24 cubes for each disease. We run out of cubes for one of the diseases, we're done. I think the last one is if we run out of cards in the player deck.
Yes, if we run out of those cards, we're
If we
done.
run out of the player deck, we're done.
Which
So
is difficult,
that's how
but
we
not
lose?
impossible.
It's
Huh?
happened.
We lose like that?
Yeah,
we lose
technically what it
because
is you've run out of
No,
time.
no, it's not that. I can understand that. I didn't think. Okay.
Yeah, you run out of time, and there's no way to.
Well, no, I mean, I understand the logic behind it. I just didn't think that was
An option?
an option for loss.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny though, but I've lost more pandemic games because of that than anything else.
All right.
That
folks.
just means you
never
play
even
with a
made it
very
that far.
well-coordinated group.
So,
This
who
is this is definitely not one of those.
who's going to wind up being our first player?
Well, I think
for that,
either
or
the
can
dispatcher should be the first player or the last player,
Okay.
which means either you should go first or I should go first.
Um,
I say flip a coin.
Well, the dispatcher has
I mean,
the
no,
ability
like
to.
between the
I
two
can
of
start
you, flip a
shoving
coin.
people around.
Yeah.
I'll go first, just for the hell of it. So,
I think that's a good idea.
Come on, make it easier, guys. Let's have some fun.
okay. So we all start in Atlanta because that's where the CDC is located. We're going to flip 9 infection cards. The first 3 will put 3 cubes in each of their cities. So,
That goes here.
yep, but I'm just putting it here for the moment. So we know.
Okay.
So there are 3 red cubes going to Sydney, Australia. 3 black cubes going to Kolkata, India. As soon as I figure where the hell that is. And 3 yellow cubes going to Bogota, Colombia. So that's our 3 cubes.
These will be 2 cubes.
Now our next 3 cards will each get 2 cubes.
2 for San Fran.
2 blue go to San Francisco. 2 blue go to Chicago, Illinois.
And you thought North America was going to get scot-free.
And 2 go to Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
This
All right.
could make for an easier start, but...
All right, and the last 3 will each get 1. So, next up, 1 goes to Bangkok, Thailand. 1 goes to Moscow, Russia.
No, you poor, filthy Russians.
And
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
there might be some Russians listening to us.
We have
And
a
1
target
goes
audience
to
be-
Essen, Germany, and the Essen Game Fair. That's the con crud, apparently. So, all right.
Da.
Da, comrade. Anyway, so
You
think
can tell we're going to have a lot of fun with this
think
real
Justin's
fast.
taking some photos for
Apparently
us. We got our initial
apparently we
board
need to
set
actually
up.
drink more if we're going to be doing this.
So,
What are you talking about? I'm already almost done with this one.
alrighty.
That's it, though.
There were only four ciders that you
If
brought
you
with
can make it run to the
I mean,
Here's the
last
thing,
one.
literally.
I was dehydrated from... I didn't need
Okay.
much to get there.
I was gonna say if you want to take a trip down the road.
I
Okay.
might. We'll see. Maybe between this
I
and
know,
next
I know
round.
Mr. Nodine has volunteered to go with someone if they were planning on making a run.
All right. Well, if I'm going first, I have 4 actions, and probably should start getting some people somewhere. I feel like somebody needs to be in Bogota because I don't like 3 diseases anyway.
I'm a good candidate for that.
Okay, and I feel like we probably should try to get someone to Sydney quickly as well.
Yeah.
So
I'm willing to take out this or any of the ones with 3s if you want to
okay.
put me wherever you need me.
Well, remember
Actually.
that William's character can give that red card to one of you who has 3 cards.
Like right now.
Well, on
Well,
your
on
turn.
my turn, if
Well, no, for your turn, you could take
I
it
could
from
take one.
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
So, but I feel like that's probably better suited to be Justin because my actions are probably better suited to move people around.
Well, if you're going to sit still and get a handful of cards,
Well,
who knows?
okay.
Well, if I sit still and get a handful of cards, I'm also sitting right next to the research
Right.
station. So,
True.
So you need 5, right?
Yes.
yes.
So how many cities do we have with 3 cubes in them that we would like to get rid of at least one?
Well, 3. Sydney, Kolkata, and Bogota.
Okay.
Bogota is the easiest one for me to get someone to.
How far away can we move? Can you move someone to?
I have 4 actions. I
every
can
legal
drive.
form.
I can drive someone. 4
Correct me
times.
if I'm wrong, but can you not move a?
Well, I move another player's pawn as though it were mine. So.
But you can move a pawn to a pawn.
Yes, as an action, I can move any pawn to a city with another
you're
pawn.
the only one that can do that.
Yes, I am.
So that's his extra trick there.
Yeah, I can move any other player's pawn as if it were mine, and as an action, I can move any pawn to a city with another pawn.
And then, of course, he can play a card to move you as you would normally play yourself.
Right.
So, just a quick question: Could he play Hong Kong and move someone to
Hong Kong?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. Wouldn't you'd have to scrap the card?
Yeah.
Yes, I'd have to discard.
But in your favor, you would still have 5 red cards between every
No, you
player's
wouldn't.
hand.
You'd have 4.
Which is-
because the Hong Kong would be spent.
No, we'd have 5.
There, you have 6
Shanghai.
red
You got
cards.
2,
of course,
3, 4. Okay, my mistake.
you got
my
Shanghai.
mistake. Yeah, but the problem is
getting
he's-
them into one hand.
well, the
versus
researcher's the only one who can move them, and the only way they can move them is out of their own hand.
Well, because right now, if anybody here wanted to for their first action, give me or take my red card, you can do that.
They can give it to you only if you guys are in the city that matches the card.
Yeah.
Right.
You can
get
give-
the other
That's
pawn.
what. That's
Yeah.
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 So,
So-
I can give one of you on my action.
Yes.
If somebody is still here by the time I get.
So
gets to
Mike
me.
and Justin both have 2 red cards. So the researcher giving a red card to that person is a great idea.
Yeah. So, let's start by doing, I think, this.
This game's gonna be pretty.
Somebody needs to be in Bogota.
It should either be me or the medic.
Yeah, I feel like that should be probably you.
Grilled cheese.
Well, I'm the white token.
So, let's
Use
move
Hong Kong
you
to get you over to
1,
the other hotspot.
2.
So then you can
Right.
hop around.
Okay, so that gets you moved 2. And then for my third action,
My next trick.
yeah,
Well, if you move Justin, then Justin can't get the card.
right.
This is true.
Unless you fly Justin and then move the researcher directly to Justin.
Which is not a terrible idea.
It's
That's,
not.
That's an
a
option.
pretty good possibility.
Especially if,
Fly him where?
if you fly him to Hong Kong and then fly the researcher to the pawn.
Or I could fly him to Jakarta because that puts him closer to Sydney.
Sure.
And then
So-
in one move, I can clear out that. And, not
And
worry
then
about
then,
how-
then the researcher can move up to Calcutta and remove a block or 2.
Something for your consideration: if you move him to Hong Kong, it's one move. He cures all 3 from Kolkata.
Calcutta.
Yeah, but if we put him
Sorry.
here, it's one move and he cures all 3 from Sydney.
But in his 4 actions, he can cure all of Kolkata
1, 2,
and
3,
get the
4.
one off of Bangkok.
Fair.
Not that the Bangkok's all that threatened at the moment, but I get what you're saying.
No, but it also puts him, if he's in Bangkok at the end of his turn,
I can
1,
still move
2,
there and
3,
clear that the next
and
round.
cures the remainder of the red.
But if both the tokens are here, 1, 2, and then William goes 1, 2, 3, 4. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of possibilities. So
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. Every one of these is good ideas.
It depends on how you want to value that movement and the
Right.
actions.
Well,
Yeah.
let's do this. I would be more concerned. We also have the problem of all this bullshit up here with all the blues.
Yes.
I do think Hong Kong's a better idea because
Okay.
William will go before Justin. So William can give his red to Justin.
Yeah.
And then, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, not if we go clockwise, we go clockwise.
Whoa,
Justin.
wait.
Okay. Which way do you want to go?
If we're going counter, then
That's a problem.
if Justin will be the last person to move, I can just give him my card, or I can give him the Manila card and just spend like my next 3 actions going here. Well, my next 2 actions doing
But
that.
I don't move him if that happens. I have to leave him where he is.
Yeah, that would entail leaving
The
me.
other thing is you could just move yourself and take 1 blue square off.
Yes.
True.
But I don't disagree that we need to get people spread out to start taking, because that's the big thing I saw was if you don't spread out, you start to get overwhelmed in one area.
It's true.
But the thing,
The main thing is you're gonna have to decide on a pattern a plan and do it.
as a matter of fact, I know exactly what I'm gonna do with my turn.
What do you want to do?
I will give Justin my card, which is 1 action.
But Justin will have already moved by your turn.
That's if he moves me.
Well, no.
If he moves.
If you
We'll go this way. We're going to go counterclockwise. So that's how we that's what the premise we started with.
Okay.
and then I'm going to Sydney.
How do you get to Sydney that fast?
1, 2,
From LA to Sydney.
3.
He's
Yeah.
right.
Okay, so you can give, and then 1, 2, 3 puts you in Sydney.
But you can't clean
I
it.
can't,
You
I
can't
can't
clean it
anything yet, but
At least he'll be there.
If
I'll
I'm
be
going
there
next,
on my next turn. I can
if
just
I'm
sure.
going next, flying them to Hong Kong, I think is the best plan because William's first turn is he gives the red card to the medic. His second move is he goes to Calcutta. His third and fourth move he removes some cubes. Then Jesus goes 1, 2, 3. They're cleaned. Then what he wants to do next?
Fourth,
is
I
up to
can
him.
come to Los Angeles and
And
start working
it
on
does
blue.
Right.
It does maximize the chance of preventing an outbreak on turn 1.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot we could go across board. That
Yeah.
you just blew my mind when you said that.
Go to Tokyo
I
connects
thought I
to
was the dehydrated one.
Okay. I actually like that plan, so let's go with that. I'm going to discard Hong Kong. I'm going to move William to Hong Kong. That's my third action.
Okay.
As my fourth action, I'll use the dispatcher ability to move any pawn to any other person's location, so I'm going to move the medic to Hong Kong as
So
well.
happy I'm pink.
So, that's my actions. So now I draw 2 cards off the top of the deck.
I'm black. Always bet on black.
Ho Chi Minh City and Raida.
And now we
good.
flip 2 outbreak cards. One
We'll
for
each get 1.
St. Petersburg
All right, so St. Petersburg gets a blue.
and Manila.
Manila, the Philippines, gets a red.
Ah.
All right.
All right then, cool.
So now it's my turn.
You're up.
I am actually one of the least useful characters at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and just use all 3 actions and remove the 3 from Bogota.
Sure, so you
Or
have 2
Bogota.
options left.
I have 2 actions left.
Which thankfully means yellow is currently cleared from the board. It's not staying that way because it's
It's fantastic.
It only stays. It only stays off if it's cured.
yeah.
Man, I wish you were.
Useful? Yeah, me too.
No, I wish you had all. I wish you had the red cards.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
what you have how many actions?
I have 2 more
You
actions.
could have moved right back to the research center.
Well, I could, but it's just part of the game.
Alternatively, you
Yeah, I
could
know.
move to LA and then target either Chicago.
I
or
could
San
also go to
Fran.
Madrid. I could go to Lagos.
Yeah.
I can get into Africa, or I can get into Europe.
How are those?
Very good.
I think unless someone has a different plan, I'm going to head towards Essen to build another research center.
Where's Essen at? Can I?
Essen is here.
Okay.
Now remember that we can all go from research center to research center as one action.
Yeah.
I have the Essen card. It's the only blue card in play, so that means there's plenty more.
Yeah.
So unless someone has an objection, that's when I'm going to head to Madrid by. Anybody want to try that one for me?
Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo.
I wouldn't be mad with that because it's gonna put something a research center on that side of the world, and that's not
Right.
ever a bad thing. And if we get something over there, then we're even.
I mean, to be fair, with as many red cards as is in play, as soon as someone has 5, they need the 6th. Someone with a 6th one needs to build a research center in the Asian countries.
yeah.
Something to consider
Yes.
once it comes back around to Mike is if he can get you out there after. Well, wait, no, that won't work.
He
That's
can.
going to be no, because you want to wait until after you build Essen.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if the need arises, I'm going to go ahead and take my turn. If the need arises that my pawn needs to be moved, my pawn can be moved.
Well, the reason I was thinking about that is you also have Shanghai, so that
I
could
do.
be the research
could.
center over in the Asian area.
It
Yeah, because
could.
we have 5 reds.
And you
on
have
the
2
board.
people over in that
but
area.
one person has to have the 5 cards first.
Yes.
Either way, it's William's turn.
Nope. Draw your 2
Oh,
cards.
that's right. I'm sorry. I forgot all about my turn.
Messing with flag.
So I got an Algiers card and a Bangkok card.
Okay.
Yes. we
And
know
now for
reds.
my diseases, Tokyo gets 1,
1 red.
and Madrid gets 1. So I brought it with me, apparently.
Yeah.
1 red, 1 black. Cube. Put it out.
Okay.
Well, that's easily.
Madrid is blue.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
No.
Let's
Already
not
making
start the
mistakes.
cross disease aspects yet.
Good God.
All right, so it's your turn, William. So if you're going to give your research card to your partner, now's the time to do it. Because you can give it to the medic, because you guys are in the same town.
I really like these cubes better.
Yes,
And
I
those wooden
agree.
ones, oh my goodness.
But I do miss the little petri dish.
The Petri dishes were in one of the expansions, and I have no idea what happened to mine.
Well, I could probably find you another petri dish. So.
Well, I brought them back. What are you doing?
Oh, wait,
You
no,
don't have to be in that city.
No, you just have to be next to
You
me.
just have to be with
No,
me.
he was about to build a research center, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Sorry, I thought you were
Why?
handing me that card.
Because until you have the cure, you don't want research centers.
There's a slight difference with making some move efficiency between the North American region and Europe, which is why he's going to build one in Essen. Also because it's a good place to go and cure stuff.
All right,
Well-
I'm good.
Well, no, I mean, if that's what you want to do, it's your action.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, this is your token.
Yeah.
Alright, so you
So
share
that's
knowledge.
one.
That's one.
2 for Calcutta just to clean it up so it doesn't outbreak. Was the original plan. But if you got something else in mind, lay it on us.
It wouldn't hurt to go up there and take out that one, at least one block there, just in case of outbreak
Sydney.
purposes.
That's where you were going.
True. But but if he's already this way, I
Sure.
can just go
Okay.
that way.
So real quick, like, you have 2 cards now, right?
I have three.
Well, you have 3 reds. Okay. So, before Will takes any other actions,
I have 3 left.
you have 3 left. If you can wind up, Justin, in Ho Chi Minh or Jakarta, I can get over to give him a 4th one.
The other side of that coin is, if William heads down to Sydney like he's planning, and Justin goes 1, 2 clear, 3, 4 clear, you can move me to Bangkok, and I can give him a red card as well.
I was about to say we can get him over near me because that
We
like
can
he
actually
said,
get him. We can get him a shit ton of cards here real quick.
Yes.
Actually,
and
And
like
then-
he said,
because I can move myself to Bangkok too.
Sure, and then I can build Shanghai as a research center if need be, because he'll already have 5 cards.
I like this plan. So you're wanting to go to Sydney?
Yep.
Okay, so let's do that.
So that's 2, 3,
4.
4.
Okay, so 1 comes off of Sydney, so there's only 2 on Sydney now.
very awesome, very awesome.
Okay.
I'm gonna
This
go
all
ahead.
sounds
Draw
like a
your
good
2?
plan until cards get drawn.
Yeah, cards are going to screw us.
every time.
Epidemic.
It's part. I mean,
Okay, so the token goes up 1.
click,
Nope, that's outbreaks.
and you get
The bottom card gets 3.
Istanbul gets 3.
Okay, so shuffle up.
You got it? I got it.
Where the hell is this done?
Istanbul's in Turkey.
Yep. There it is.
It used to be old
Istanbul.
Constantinople.
I remember the song. Thank you. So,
This just in from the CDC. Istanbul comes into a crisis.
Go ahead,
Istanbul
William.
is
They're yours,
Constantinople.
buddy.
Let us know
So,
how.
top
You're gonna draw
2,
2. Yep.
and they each get 1.
Manila.
Manila now has 2.
Man.
That's okay.
It's okay.
I know, but still, I don't like.
Because remember, once we get the cure, everybody becomes the medic.
And 1 goes to Sydney.
which,
Smart move, Will.
thankfully- Good call, Will.
All right.
God, that was
That's
So,
tense.
foreshadowing.
Yeah, but do remember that Istanbul
Oh no, I already drew mine.
and Kolkata are ready to come up in this deck. They're on the top of the deck now.
Yes.
Your turn, sir.
All right, so
Now,
Jesus is gonna. head
He
over
doesn't
to-
draw a new card because of the epidemic. No. He drew 1 card Beijing. He drew 2nd card epidemic. He doesn't draw a replacement card.
Nope.
Okay,
No.
I just wanted to make sure.
Only draw the 2.
Move 1, clear all of that, obviously, and then I'm going to go down to Bangkok
3,
and go ahead and clear that 1
4.
up.
The medic is known for efficiency when clearing diseases.
Oh.
And Jesus is no exception.
Here, you ready for your first card?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yellow.
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
No,
no.
no.
And
yeah.
Mexico City, and I got Buenos Aires. Is that
Buenos
Yeah,
Aires.
Buenos
You
Aires.
also are making the first concentrate effort to get yellow underhand.
Yes.
All right, you ready for these cards?
Yeah, go ahead.
2
flip
of them, buddy. Bangkok
1 goes to Bangkok, Thailand.
Oh,
and Bogota.
Bogota.
all right, then.
All right.
Which thankfully we cleared early.
Cleared her.
All right, so it is now my turn.
Yep.
Go for it, bro.
All right, we need to get you to Bangkok so you'll be able to do the share knowledge gimmick.
Yep.
All right, so that's my first action. We move you to Bangkok.
Right.
Okay, my first action I'm going to move myself.
Second action.
Or second action. I'm going to move myself to Bangkok.
Hold on.
I'm not going to discard the card to do that.
No. Watch. Put your guy back for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
If you move him to Jakarta, that's 2.
Yeah.
And then you go to Jakarta for 3 and
No.
give him Jakarta for 4.
Oh, yep. That's fine. So 2.
The
Bada
efficiency
bing.
is real right now.
3 moves myself there. 4 gives you that one.
Thank you, sir.
Now,
Suddenly, the
how
medic
many,
is also our key researcher.
how many
and carrying
cards
the red
can we
cube.
hold?
7.
We can hold 7, but that's 7 at the end of your turn.
Correct.
I'm up to 6, just to let
Right.
you guys know.
Here's something to consider. He's going to have to move.
He can fly me back.
Ooh.
No, he
No,
can't.
I'm thinking if you want to make a cure disease action on your turn, you actually have some.
Yeah.
Oh right, Beijing,
He can come and give it to
and
him.
you can
Yeah.
build the research center.
I can. I'm in Bangkok.
Exactly.
See,
Okay.
look at us
So
all working.
I
together.
build, he gives, you solve.
All right.
That's what I'm known for.
So we has a plan. All right.
We do have a
So
plan.
I
now,
draw my 2
how's the plan gonna
cards.
screw?
Milan, Italy,
And an epidemic. No. Just kidding.
and
Please
Sao
don't.
Paulo.
Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy father.
Go for it.
You ready, Mike? San Francisco
Is now at 3.
is now
Ready
at
to
3.
pop.
Are you ready for another one?
Yep.
Cole, as our outbreak.
No, it's not.
No, it isn't. My mistake.
that one,
Kolkata.
that one was cleared off.
We
So-
are safe once again.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Here is a worry to consider, though.
Oh, it's
Now that-
coming.
Now that San Fran is at max, Chicago and Montreal are going to get to max soon,
Very
and then you have
quickly.
a chain.
Oh, I know. I get you,
And
buddy.
no one likes that.
I get
That's
you.
how we got screwed that one time.
So
Your turn, sir.
It's very easy.
I
to happen.
should build in Bangkok, correct?
Yes.
I'd be fine
I'm
with
thinking that too.
Here's a
So
little
We'll,
house.
we'll eventually get you to build over in Europe, but
I'm not worried about it in a moment. One,
That's a
It
discard.
gets discarded.
All right. Get back over here.
well,
You saw, and you have 2 actions, and
yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 to San Francisco. Take 1 off of San Francisco is 5.
Okay.
Because
I thought-
I'm the generalist, I get 5 actions.
Hold on,
so
can't you move
why
from
didn't
research
you
center to
move?
research center?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
that's
I
a
could,
free,
couldn't
that's
I?
a free action.
It's not a free, but it
Well,
costs
I mean,
us 1.
it costs you
so
1 instead of
1,
that.
2, 3, 4. It's
Five.
the same
Alright,
either
it's
way.
the same either way.
Wow, that's shocking. But
Either way, it happens.
That's because Atlanta doesn't have any good highways to San Francisco. Route 66 apparently just went home. That's it. I quit, guys. All right, so here's my 2 cards.
Yep.
St. Petersburg.
Okay.
So I got
you
a little.
may be making.
I got a
start
little
blue.
head on the blue, and
No, that's not it.
epidemic.
Okay.
Oh,
Hold on
no.
a second.
This is actually
Ooh, bad.
As soon as we resolve this epidemic,
sure. As soon as we
Legacy
resolve
one.
it.
yes.
Now wait a minute. This actually might help us out. We don't know yet.
Let's hope so.
First, Buenos Aires gets 3 yellow cubes.
Okay.
Yellow is making a resurgence after the early
I
death
tried to be
of the
useful, Mike, I'm
disease in
sorry.
It's
Bangkok
okay.
and Bogota.
No, we'll remove the reminder token. We don't need that there now.
All right. So it is resolved. Do your next thing.
Okay. No. We have to do the entire card. So, okay. Well, 3 cards. Put them on top of the effects.
Yep,
deck. So
I did
now,
that.
okay. So we have resolved the epidemic card.
Oh,
Yep.
shiznit.
Mission briefing update. Worst fears confirmed. The disease with the most cubes on the board of those that are not currently discovered cures. So
There's 9 blue.
that's going to be it.
Blue.
It's blue.
North America is currently under problem.
Is now classified as CODA-403A. If there are 2 or more eligible diseases, select one of them to do that. The cure to CODA, CODA, can no longer be found using normal techniques.
Oh,
Players can continue to treat the disease, but it is drug resistant. Players taking the treat action now must spend an additional action to treat the disease.
Okay.
So it takes 2 to treat any of the blues now.
So it takes 2 for you to remove all. It takes 2 for the rest of us to remove 1.
One.
Right now, destroy your original objective card.
Okay.
So that card is now gone. A new objective card will follow, then open dossier door 19. All right.
Okay.
Oh.
So how do we cure blue?
I don't know. Unless
This might have something to do
So
with it.
far,
Is there a way to mark that so we remember what disease is that way? So can we put that?
yes, it now has a name, so we're going to write the name on the board.
Oh, okay.
So it's now.
Whatever it was called.
You want to write it down in your notes?
he's going to be writing it on the board, in fact.
So let me make sure.
Unlike normal pandemic, you don't get named this disease. It's been named for you.
What's Coda something?
It's Coda 403A. So CODA
Charlie Oscar Delta Alpha.
403A. All right.
Alpha.
Alrighty,
At
and
least it's got a name now. Now we know who it is.
So that's the Coda disease. And now,
I don't think we have to worry about all the cleanliness of it.
yeah,
Okay, go for it.
For pictures. And then let's see here. From this point on in the Legacy deck, draw cards reading both sides one at a time until you hit a stop card. Stop cards will tell you when to start drawing again. If you do not see a stop card, keep drawing. Objective: discover cures to 3 normal diseases. This must always be one of the objectives you complete to win the game. So, our new objective, we only have to cure these 3. We have to keep blue contained.
Lovely. Well, we're kind of on the route for that.
So far, so good.
I'm 1 card short and 3 cards short.
And you're about to get it.
And we will not draw another card until selecting our game end upgrades for January. I'm also supposed to open dossier door 19.
Dun, 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 dun.
So let's see where that is as I start to drop shit
As
on
he
the
throws
floor.
it on the ground.
All right.
Bottom
Door 19.
left.
I love the
Hand me
presentation
the
of
rulebook.
this game.
Because it might wind up in there, for all we know.
Apply this sticker to the board next to the disease with the most cubes. It's actually, this is the reminder sticker. So,
Ah, never mind.
So where do you put it?
I'm guessing here.
In its play area?
Yeah.
So you didn't even have to write the name on there.
No, but I did anyway, F it.
Screw it.
This disease cannot be cured, requires 2 actions to treat.
Nice. We are... This game, not so bad.
Yeah.
Future games, we're going to get hammered.
Oh, yeah.
Look,
Probably more ways
the
to
problem with pandemic is there's always the caveat of yet.
Okay, I get it.
Roasted.
Oh, well, guess what I get to do now? I get to go ahead and play the infect stage.
2
Yep,
infected
so
cards.
pull 2.
Hey, San Fran gets one.
Didn't we
Good
just fix
thing
that?
you
Oh,
just treated one of them in San
And
Fran.
Buenos Aires has an outbreak.
okay.
Mother of
So
Jesus.
Buenos Aires outbreaks.
My mom.
1,
Sending a love to
2,
Sao Paulo, to Santiago,
Santiago and
Johannesburg,
Johannesburg.
and
And
to Bogota.
Okay.
Bogota.
And because an outbreak has occurred in Buenos Aires, that city is
Right.
now unstable.
Unstable.
Oh, that's right.
Jesus
Unstable,
Christ,
then
this game
rating.
is brutal, dude.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. This unstable panic level thing is gonna make this game real difficult quick.
I can already, it's gonna get nuts.
All right.
There's no way.
So,
You underestimated the yellow disease, and it decided to
But
kick you in the
it's-
can.
It's our researcher's turn.
all right, you're up, Will.
You don't have to give me that card if you don't want to. But
Well,
No, I think he wants
he
to.
wants to. He's just deciding how many of these cubes he can get rid of.
I agree with that.
1 or 2, I think.
It's 1, 2 to share the card with him.
So 2 other actions.
Because remember, it's
You
2
do
actions to
actions
cure 1 cube now, too. So
But
that really...
remember,
No, just for blue.
no, just for blue.
Oh,
And
okay,
remember,
sorry,
the
sorry.
moment you cure Bangkok, or the disease, the moment you get the cure, you clean Bangkok because you're there.
Yeah.
And he can move you from city to
Right,
city.
and just
So just
cleaning,
keep
pushing.
keep moving me around.
Because eventually,
Okay, so
he's
that's
probably
1.
going to move you, and you
2.
are going to be the contain unit.
3.
Thank you.
You
Get
share
that.
knowledge, so you got to Beijing. You got 1 action left.
Can't I grab that card too from him or no? Is that
On
not-
your turn, you can.
Okay.
Well, no, as another action,
Yeah,
you can give it to him.
you can just give it to him if you want to give him the yellow.
I'll probably do that, but I can't
Okay.
hold that many cards.
Yes,
You can. You
I
can
can
until the end of your
Until
turn.
the end of your turn.
But
Oh, that's
you're going to be
awesome.
using 5 to make a cube.
Yeah, this will be
Alright,
gone, so we're good.
Now, the complication can arise
that's
based on
fine.
what he
Yes,
does.
sir.
My
You draw
turn.
2 of them.
All right, so 2 cards.
Istanbul.
Istanbul
Yes,
was
that's
good.
Constantinople. And Bogota.
Yes, I'm gonna stay near you then.
Okay.
No, you're
No,
going
you're
to
not.
go around
You're
again.
going to go
You gotta
do
get to the
things.
research center. Trust
All
me.
right,
Here's your 2.
Okay.
As soon as you
We
get
gotta
to the
wait for
research
his
center,
turn.
Kolkata gets 1 black. That brings it to 2.
And
Sydney.
Sydney gets 1 red. Brings it to 3.
Back up to 3.
Okay.
Now, he does have a point. He could take the yellow from Will on his turn. Then move to Bangkok. That's 2. Cure for 3. He still has a 4th action.
and I still clear that city.
And you automatically clear that city.
And I could fly back over to Atlanta and help up here.
No, you can't. Yeah, you can, but you'd be stuck at Atlanta.
Yeah, you'd be done.
Alternatively, he can
Where-
one,
Move, cure.
2,
Yeah.
and then just start walking around until this is all
yeah.
gone.
I agree.
He could
So,
move to Sydney that
needs to
way
start
and get
moving
rid
to
of that
Sydney.
outbreak.
Yeah.
And if you go down by Sydney first, eventually you wind up in Tokyo. And
Well,
you
do
come to
realize,
San
yes,
Fran.
do realize that if we get red off the board,
It never comes back.
it never comes back.
All the
Because we
red
have-
cards
we'll have
become
the
dead
cure,
cards.
yeah.
Straight up here, and
Yes,
it's done.
but
it's
and that's
just
also
done.
playing into his turn, moving you around up north
Yeah,
to
and
try
then I
and
can
get
just-
you.
and I
so
can
you
Just
get
shooing
San
that
Fran.
away so that we can focus on the 3 others, including the harder. Yeah, I get the point. Okay.
So
I'm gonna
Pink goes
go-
1.
I'm gonna go. Well, here, I'm gonna do Bangkok. I'm
Right.
going to turn in my 5 cards for our cure.
Okay, so red is
I
now
automatically
cured.
clear
Yes.
this, by the way.
Because you're the Jesus.
Jesus.
So
Two.
there's
I
still
have
2 actions.
2 more actions. I'm
3,
gonna go.
4.
I'm
Yeah.
going to go. Yeah, I'll go
So
there.
3,
And clear
4, and that clears out Sydney. Okay,
Which puts you in dispatcher's hand to cure
to actually wipe out the rest
eradicate
of the disease.
the red disease.
If you would like to do that.
If they don't come up, well, first, here's your 2 cards.
Yes.
1,
Oh,
he got an
I have
event.
an event. Let's
One
see.
quiet night.
One quiet night. Play
Which does
anytime. It's not an action. Skip the next infect city's step. Do not flip over any infection cards.
Okay, well,
Don't,
here,
I
go
wouldn't
take
play
your
it
second
yet.
I know.
card. You might actually hold on.
No, don't play
Okay,
that.
I'm going to make the argument of why you should make it. Right now, this deck may give you red cards. The red cards could be over here. Right now, if he plays it, you take your turn. You move him 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4.
and I sunset the disease out. So
Yeah.
There's also the potential that we could get blue, because there's blue and
Sure,
yellow.
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, because
So
you
do you
don't.
want to go ahead and call one quiet night?
I'll go ahead and skip it.
You
All right,
really don't want
so-
Chicago or Montreal to get to 3.
That's what I'm saying,
In
'cause
case
so-
you get another epidemic and
So
San Fran.
we have one quiet night, so there are no infection cards.
So I have a quick question on
Yes.
the one quiet night.
Mm.
Can that go into effect if epidemic pops?
Yes. Like if an epidemic gets pulled,
Never
it
mind.
doesn't. Well, here's the thing: it doesn't keep him from pulling the
The
bottom card.
bottom card, I'm perfectly fine with the
Right.
bottom card being
Right.
pulled,
but it could
because
stop the next 2.
Exactly.
Well, do you
that
want to
was
save
my
it for
opinion.
that? I will remind you, though, the event card would be in his hand, keeping his hand number up by 1, but
I'm only one
Right
short.
now he's at,
No, it's
right
not,
now he's
dude.
at 5.
I mean,
At 4.
he's at 4.
Or
Yeah,
he's at 4 or 5 if
That'd
he
be
keeps one
fine.
quiet
Right.
night.
There, he does make a good
I-
point, though. I could potentially stop an epidemic.
I get that. I'm just we can get the red done, and it'll never be a threat again.
and it becomes dead cards.
Do you want to take the chance that 2 cards come up as red?
Even one card as red can stop you from curing
Depending on where it is.
dispatch.
Depending on where it is. If,
Well,
if it's
it's not
Taipei-
going to be Taipei or Osaka. It would have to be Manila or Tokyo.
There's the
Go
2 places
kill.
that it could potentially be.
Or
Well, now if the only 2 that could come up are these 2,
No. That's the 2 we want them to come up.
No, but here's what I'm
Hong
saying.
Kong, Bangkok,
Sure.
and Jakarta are already
in there.
in
but
there.
has Taipei popped
No.
up? No, and I know
No.
Osaka hasn't. So nothing would pop up that's on his route that I can push.
Right.
But I could still just stay over there and move through. It's going to take an extra turn, and I would still have that, which could drastically save us the epidemic.
Here's the pros and cons. I think there's 2 courses of action. A, you hold it for an epidemic card. We still have to resolve the epidemic card, which means we still have to pull the bottom card.
Yeah.
But you can stop the next 2 that pop up.
Yes.
Or 3.
Or 3
as-
or 4.
Or 3 in this case. Other option, you play it now.
you're
We
guaranteed
know
to
nothing
eradicate.
pops up. And on my turn, we wipe out all these diseases. Your next turn, you go to San Fran.
Okay, because if you stop red and on his turn he removes it from the game, then my turn and Will's turn is all based on control and destroy yellow and blue.
Or yellow and black.
Black.
Contain blue.
Yeah, we gotta
whatever.
contain blue.
Because you're moving him to contain blue.
No, you're
And
moving me.
eventually, well, no, because
Oh,
that's
you'll
where
be
you're going to
moving
be
him.
wanting up to
Yeah,
go
I'll
to
be
San
doing
Fran.
that, yeah.
And eventually, one of you is going to want to give him a 5th yellow so he can cure it in Atlanta.
You mean the research guy?
More than likely,
Only do that?
because you're going to want to cure in Atlanta, and somebody else can go through and cure. actually pull out the disease cubes.
I'll go ahead and use the event. I'll take the chance, and we'll
Okay.
see. Hopefully, we won't get screwed by an epidemic.
Okay. So that brings it to my turn.
Yes.
Wait. I can,
What?
Oh, I know exactly what we can do.
Yes.
Now, keeping in mind that
Get
he's
him
going to
to-
wind up in Tokyo.
Yeah, get him to Tokyo.
Okay, cool.
Good.
All right. So I'm going to use my 4 actions. 1 moves him to Manila. Gone. The 2 disease cubes there. 2 moves him to Taipei. 3 moves him to Osaka. 4 moves him to Tokyo and gets rid of the last red cube from the board. So red has been eradicated.
Yeah.
All right.
Good day.
Okay, so we are 1/3 of the way to our
objective.
And we have a leg up on red.
Yes.
Yes.
So, all right, my 2 cards:
God, please don't be an empty.
Chicago, Illinois.
And there was great fear in North America.
And Karacha. Okay, 2 more.
Manila.
Doesn't matter. We've eradicated.
Yep. And Bogota.
Bogota. So Bogota now has 3 as well. All right.
What are you gonna do?
So, had we not gambled, we would have actually still been okay because Bogota would have been, or I'm sorry, Manila would have had it, and
And
you
we
would have
would've
went
pushed
through
you
it.
through
I would have went through it anyway.
So, we gambled to be safe. This time,
We're still good.
we were all right. We doubled down. So it's my turn. I'm all ears. Now, I can take 2 cubes off of San Francisco and still have 1 movement.
Keeping in mind that you're going to burn 2 cards to do it.
I don't have to burn cards to take the cubes off.
To treat the it's 2 actions.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
do that, you have 1
No,
action.
I'll
left.
have 1 move.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
With Coda, if I'm over there, since I am the medic and I cure all, it still takes me
It takes
2
you
turns
2
to
actions.
do that.
Yes.
It takes you 2 actions, but
actions.
you wipe out everything.
Everything
Okay.
at one
I
shot.
still wipe out everything.
Yes.
Cool.
I could spend 2 actions to remove 1 cube from San Francisco. San Francisco will not break out again for quite some time.
We hope.
We hope.
Well, the only way it's going to is if we get an
Epidemic.
epidemic.
And you pull...
It gets
No, you
reshuffled
don't
back
have
on
to.
top.
Yeah. I mean, that is
1, 2,
honestly,
3,
I think that's
4,
something we can take
5.
a risk on.
The other thing I can do is I can go back into South America and stop Bogota from being an outbreak.
I don't know, man. Someone needs to give me a yellow card. That's the only thing I know about.
That's what
That's
he's
Will's
fixing to
That's
do.
what Will's
Okay.
going to do.
Maybe.
So these are the,
If he can get to me.
yeah, I
can
don't know
try-
how he's going to get to you, to be honest
I
with you.
can't get to him. I just realized that
Yeah.
by the time I get to him, I'm out of action.
Yep.
Well, he can move you.
But-
everybody. He can move
but-
you. Yeah. That's fine.
You get to him on his action, he can take the yellow card.
That's true.
Then his problem is 1, take it,
Then you
2,
do this
3,
something.
4, he can't cure.
Okay.
Okay, so what do I need to do?
You were the which one? Are you?
I am the white token in San Francisco.
Well,
Sure, one of those at least.
yeah. I say we got to knock that. Well, no, it's not going to come back up. I
Realize
think we can
San
take.
Francisco's not coming up unless it's an epidemic. However, if an epidemic happens, there's a chance
It's
for
a
it to blow
shitstorm,
up.
yeah.
Exactly.
So,
But-
I'm in favor of getting one out of San Fran, to be honest.
so am I.
I am too.
So,
And then move down towards.
And if things go
That's
up, you're going to
2.
want to go down to...
And get to Mexico, probably?
3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I forget you get 5 turns.
No.
No?
No.
What?
I understand. Like, well, no. Do
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So he hasn't moved yet. That's 2.
Thing is, you have 2 different locations in South America.
And
that
Bogota,
can
okay,
escape.
Bogota's not going to pop up unless there's an epidemic card, and even if you shuffle it, there's still like what 1 in what chance?
Yeah, we
1 in
realize
6
that
chance,
Bogota...
7
No,
chance?
no.
Hold on.
That's how many cards are there?
6.
6. That's a 50-50 shot. We'll flip 3 cards.
And not only that, but
Oh,
Buenos
yeah.
Aires and Bogota will come up. And San Fran. So any one of them can explode.
I forgot we had to draw 3 cards.
Yeah. The next step is
And-
3.
The thing about it is, Bogota and
Yes.
Buenos Aires will cascade.
And each one of them will cascade the other.
And then you just have a shitstorm.
Yeah.
And every outbreak, we get 1 step closer
Yep.
to losing this round.
You'll wind up with 2. This one will trick that one.
Or
It won't, or this one will trick that one.
Yep.
They won't back and forth.
They
counts.
won't back and
But
forth.
you can pull both cards.
You could.
And then you have like a royal
That's why
storm.
if I don't cure San Francisco, I can go to Bogota and cure Bogota.
True.
You're either playing the limited cascade game,
I don't have.
or you're containing the harder disease until we can get the medic over there.
And also remember that the moment that the medic cures yellow, I become a medic for yellow.
Okay. See, like, I don't have any problem clearing yellow. I think that going into the yellow area is a smart idea. Because these guys are somewhat contained. These guys are looking like they're about to pop off.
So we're not going to fool with San Francisco, because if San Francisco pops up, it's not going to
1,
cascade.
2, 3,
That over that corner.
4, 5.
4, 5.
No, 2 actions.
I don't have to pay 2 for these.
Yes, you do.
Not for yellow.
Oh, not for yellow. You're right.
Blue, yes.
Blue, yes.
See, blue costs double, and that's why it's a pain.
Mhm.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and draw my cards. Look at that wonderful red card I don't need. And the blue card I don't need. And for my outbreaks, Bangkok is ignored.
I'll point
And
out
Essen. Yes?
you're currently in the lead of blue cards.
Yeah, but
That's
I
not
can't cure blue.
We can't cure it.
But he can
That's
use it
right.
to travel. He
I
can
can,
use it to
I
travel.
can use it
Use
to
them as
travel
direct- You
myself.
can use them as direct flights.
And I can use it to build
Research
centers.
Which isn't a bad idea.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not horrible. I
So
believe it
it's
is
your
Wheel's
turn.
turn.
Well, you've pulled your two here?
I did.
And you flipped those
I
two.
did.
Okay, you're up. So Essen wound up getting a second blue one, and Bangkok got
What-
pulled, but red is eradicated.
Yep.
So.
So, your initial thought was to move to Tokyo so he could draw the yellow from you. Do you still want to do that, or do you want to do something else?
You're the black token, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There's
I think-
there's a joke in there, but I don't want to use it because it's just...
I think in this situation, I mean, Mike could always move him to me. It's not like he has to come after me.
He doesn't, but on your turn, if he does, you can take it as an action.
Take the card from him.
True. And then I could go, and then I'd still be in an area with a research center, and it wouldn't take too much for me to get over there. Not
Well-
too much.
Well, this is an area with a research center, too.
Sure.
Well, so if you take 1, 2, 3, 4, you're not going to be able to cure on your turn.
Well, if he's right here, say he moves 1, 2. Well, yeah. So his idea is to go. Well, what's your idea? Is your idea to come over here? Is your idea to stay over there? Or do you want to work together, or do you want to just get
The
flown
other
around?
trick is you could fly to Istanbul with your card, or you could fly to Bogota with your card and start cleaning up blacks and yellows. And
Istanbul may be
and
the
let
better
him
choice,
get to you and
I'll
through-
play around however you want to do it. Like I'm fine.
Let
with
me
that.
just fly him
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he goes to Istanbul, takes care of something that could potentially pop on an epidemic. All of a sudden, that makes Mike's turn a little bit more straightforward because Mike transfers him up.
No, I
As a
agree.
matter of
I'm
fact-
just it's
Mike, all you would have to do is fly him to Milan.
I can literally fly him wherever you are.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
he
an action
can.
I can have. I can move any pawn to any other pawn.
yeah.
Yeah, so he
Well, now scrap this to...
go to Istanbul.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's one.
How many do you want to? Do you want to clear a lot there? Or you
He
just
can
wanna-
actually wipe the city out if he wants.
Yeah, that's actually like all through... That would be the last
Yeah,
two
that'd be a good idea.
actions.
Okay.
I doth believe it be
One
my
for you,
turn.
sir?
No, not my turn. You're gonna hate this.
Oh, epidemic!
All right.
Suddenly,
Hey, it's
clearing
gotta happen.
Istanbul
Yeah.
was a good call.
Let me get my other one.
Yeah, go ahead and get your other one.
An event
What's
card.
the other
Absolute proposition. Remove any one card in the infection discard pile from the game.
Can he do that before the
May focus
epidemic
between-
resolves?
Yes. I think it even says that on the card. May do this between the infect and intensify steps of an epidemic. So pull the bottom card. That has to happen first.
Washington gets 3.
Now, you
Blue is
can
getting
pull... You can pull any one card out of this pile. It's gone from the game.
I would suggest one of those two. Or Washington.
Yeah.
Anything with 3.
Yeah,
pretty
leave the red ones
Wow.
in because they don't hurt us.
much. And that's
So-
if you want to use
so
it this
his
turn. He doesn't
options-
have to use it this turn.
Okay, if we're playing this correctly, because there may be a gray area about our timing, but we're not worried about it because it's for fun. San Francisco, Buenos Aires, and Washington
Right.
all have 3 cubes on them, and if they come up during the infection phase, they will all have an outbreak. So Will has at this moment the chance to remove one of them.
Mm-hmm.
He has chose to save the city by the bay.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco.
We'll put that right there because I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah,
we'll
they
bring
stay
that
there.
card back. But
Discard pile. Just make sure that doesn't get mixed back in.
Nope.
I would have gambled. I wouldn't have done it. I'd been like, screw you guys. I'm keeping my event.
Good luck, buddy. Number 1,
just kidding.
Sydney,
Sydney,
ignored.
dead card.
Right here. Number 2, Essen
Essen.
gets 1.
Sorry.
Just so everybody is aware, we are down to
Yep.
9 cubes of
Number
blue.
3, Bogota gets
Oh.
1. So we have no outbreaks.
Good clear on the boat.
Now comes your mess.
Okie dokie. I feel like everybody knows where I need to go, right? San Francisco sounds like a good idea to everybody.
1,
And then I'll take,
2
2
actions
and
to remove
3.
all that.
Yep. So now you have 1 action left.
Yeah.
and then I will go ahead and start heading that way.
Okay.
4. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to do.
Okay. Here's your player card.
Yep, sorry.
Fly to Washington.
Nope.
I got an event.
What do you
is
got?
it?
I have government grant. Add 1 research station to any city No city card is needed. You may not use this on rioting, collapsing, or fallen cities.
Okay.
I would probably sit on that for a minute.
And
Yeah.
number 2,
I got Madrid.
which is a blue
Blue.
card.
Yep.
All right. Are you ready for your infections?
I'm not, but you know.
Manila. Dead
Good
card.
card.
Number 2, Buenos Aires, which causes
An
an
outbreak.
That's number 2.
So 1,
It's just in Buenos Aires
2,
goes critical and
3,
is now
4.
rioting.
And now Buenos Aires is a rioting city.
Son of a bitch.
Which means
Which means that now, it tells you up there at the top of the thing. So
No direct flights or charter flights in or out. Existing research stations destroyed. No new research stations can be built there.
So we got to walk our asses in, and
Yeah.
we can't put a research station in Buenos Aires.
and
Also, now yellow is matching blue for least number of cubes left.
and we have a third card to pick.
Yep.
There's the problem.
Bangkok, which is ignored.
Thank goodness.
Dead card.
Now we
Maya.
are. Yep, you're up.
Mike,
But
what
we
would
are
you like to do?
faced with the
A whole lot of
understanding
shit.
that a lot more destruction cards are coming.
And it's based in blue and yellows. I've seen very little black.
Yeah.
Very, very little
Yeah.
black.
Black has been taken care of every time it's come up to be a problem.
Well,
Sure.
And in fact,
Essen-
he's still in location to take
Essen's
care
not coming up again.
Washington might.
Washington might.
of.
and
the problem
Bogota.
is getting to Washington.
Bogota.
I do believe
might.
Chicago's
Nope,
in there, too.
Bogota will not.
Okay.
So it's Washington is our biggest threat at this immediate moment.
Okay.
And I can get a cure for yellow, which could really help right now. Like, desperately.
Yeah, it's got to get back to your turn for that. That's
Yeah.
one of the issues.
1, 2, 3.
But if someone can get me a yellow
FDA.
card, I have 1 turn, 2 turns done.
I mean, I can get Will to you.
Yeah, that's not a problem. At the research center, he could move you to the research, move Will to you, and then on Will's turn, he'll gives you the card, and on your turn, you solve yellow.
And then everybody
Yeah, but-
becomes medic at that
Yeah,
point.
but we're all still stuck with these things are going to keep
Okay.
flipping.
Yeah,
these things are going to keep flipping.
If he does that for Will's movement, Will could actually remove 1 cube from Washington if Washington hasn't popped by then. The question is if you want to wait that long when you're drawing 3.
we have a lot of.
Yeah, you want the
Blue has got
Bottom,
really, really dangerous.
bottom line, I cannot get to a city to help Blue.
Well,
No, because they'll take 2 actions. They'll take me 1 to get wherever I'm going, 2, 3 to move to any city that's got it, except St. Petersburg, which means I won't have enough actions to do it.
you can get over to Chicago.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be able to.
I know, and then
You don't
cure
even-
one off of Chicago or cure one off of Montreal, which
think it's
doesn't help against
Like, are we
Washington.
playing containment at this point, or are we going to try to go for a cure? Because, like, we can push
Both.
the cure off a little bit if we want
No,
to.
I mean well, see, now that's the other side. If we cure black and cure yellow, we win the game.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yep.
Move me to the research center. On my, it's like when it gets to my turn, is like move both me and Justin to the research center. On my turn, since I go before him, I can go. It's like I can spend 1 action.
Give him the card.
I agree.
No,
Yeah.
I can do that too, but I can also I can spend like the next action to go out.
Second
just take
action to
one
go to
off-
Washington,
take
third
one
action.
off Washington.
So it'll be give him a card, go to Washington, knock a cube off.
The only downside to that is it's going to take his turn and my turn before you can do that.
And that's what we're scared of.
And that, yeah, I mean, it may just be
scary,
something we're
but-
going to have to bite the bullet
Yeah.
on.
I do like your idea, though, because it's anything we're knocking shit down is a good turn.
I think killing yellow is the best
Yeah.
idea.
is the next one, is definitely the next step to do.
All right, so
we
let's
can-
go. This sounds like a plan.
So
1 moves Justin to Atlanta from Chicago.
Hey, I heard you
2
needed a lift, Jesus.
Hey,
moves Will from Istanbul to Atlanta.
Take your ass
3.
back.
make a lot of different jokes, but I try.
Yeah, I can move my butt back to Atlanta.
Can you fly anywhere? Is that like a thing? Like,
He can
how does that
move
work?
to where your token is.
Yeah. Sorry.
That was 2,
I
right?
should've-
Yeah.
No, that was 3. 1. No, it's 2.
2.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Good call.
Good shit.
And it puts 2 of you in location to start curing yellow as soon as the cure is actually
All
done.
right,
2 up. No.
Paris,
And you're making the progress on blue.
Delhi.
Amazon.
I now have 8 cards. I'll discard Ho Chi Minh City.
You can choose what you want to discard.
Yes.
Okay. Just
All right,
making
you ready
sure.
for your 3?
Yeah. No.
Washington.
Well, ain't
Shit.
that some shit? So outbreak. That's number 3. They're going to Miami.
Does it change the infection rate as well?
No, not yet.
That's only epic damage.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No,
Chicago.
No, not Chicago. Just
Chicago didn't.
Yep, okay, good.
Problem is Montreal's in the queue, and that could double.
So,
God.
all right, so there's
That's
that. We moved the outbreak.
Yeah, they did.
Okay, hold on a second. And Washington is now unstable.
Oh yeah, I forget about those. That's very new
This
to me.
is very problematic because blue is now in a very dangerous state.
Blue
Which means
is in
after you cure yellow, you are on blue duty. That's
right.
all you get
Next
to do.
card.
Kolkata,
Kolkata gets 1.
which is now at 3,
Ooh.
and Montreal.
Which outbreaks. So,
And Cascades.
1, 2.
Now wait a second. I don't think a city can outbreak twice in one turn. You may want to check the rules.
Go ahead. Check the
for it.
rules real quick.
Because right now, that would, if it does, we are
It becomes
effed so
Montreal
hard.
becomes unsteady, which is
Right, it's unstable. I know they can't jump back and forth between each other.
When a disease outbreaks occur, move the outbreak towards one space on the outbreak. Then place 1. If any of them has 3, the disease color do not place the 4th cube. Instead, chain reaction outbreak. When a chain reaction outbreak occurs, first move the outbreak marker towards one space. Then place cubes as above, except do not add cubes to cities that already had an outbreak or a chain reaction outbreak as part of resolving the current infection card.
So it's basically outbreaks and stays contained.
Well,
The current
infection
infection card.
card, which means that was the infection card that tripped Washington. This is a different card,
Right.
so it trips Washington.
So,
again.
yeah. But let's say that Montreal tripped New York and Washington tripped New York. They wouldn't both outbreak
Right.
twice.
Like Montreal's not going to outbreak again.
Yeah.
But Washington is outbreaking again, so that puts us on our 5th outbreak.
And
Washington,
Washington gets
DC
another
is
sticker.
consumed by writing.
So
What else is new? But anyway,
This is not good. This is not good.
well, the good news is that's it for the infection.
all right, that was my turn, right?
Yeah.
You're up.
I feel like we go on blue duty. Is that or, like what do you guys want to do?
You've got to cure yellow on your turn.
I'm going
After
to.
that, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's my turn, right?
No, it matters.
No, it's
he
my
goes
turn.
cure. It
Yeah.
matters a lot.
After that, you are the sole
It's
curing
my turn,
agent
buddy.
for
So
yeah,
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that all right?
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
Okay.
So,
Because San Paula has not come up,
yeah.
and I think Santiago only got in trouble because of the outbreaks.
You wouldn't want to spend your 5 turns doing anything in blue area. You want to leave that all to us for sure. Zeus?
At the moment. Well,
He's
you got to
the
realize
best suited to curing all yellow, to
you.
eradicating all yellow. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but
But see, he has 5 turns, which means he could be extremely well.
yeah, I have 5 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, just to remove 1 cube.
Yeah.
And then what do I do?
Okay.
I mean, I'm
I
not.
mean, I get where you're going.
All right, so let's see what I get. And there's New York. And there's Mumbai.
what would you like to get rid of, sir?
You need to get to a research center.
Truthfully, I don't really think I need the blues or the reds, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Sydney.
Yeah.
Again, you happen to be the furthest along on blue.
What's
I
up,
am.
Will?
That's scary. Actually,
But we can't do anything with it.
here's the thing.
No, it's like
If someone somehow gets you a 5th blue card at some point, he can build a research station wherever you want. Oh, right.
Can't
You're
solve blue
Yeah.
because of the special coda thing.
I keep
Mutated,
forgetting that.
so- yes, sir.
okay. I understand that we can still develop the treatment for it, right?
No.
None whatsoever.
No.
Cannot be cured.
Okay,
Period.
then fuck everything else. We need to go after blue with a fucking vengeance, like 2 turns ago.
Yeah, we're 3 deep right now. We got 3
seriously.
left.
Well, I mean, that didn't happen until the end of Mike's turn.
Yeah.
A minute ago, there were 12 cubes there.
we got 3 infection cards.
Moscow.
All right.
Chicago.
GG.
Yep.
Yep.
That's it.
Outbreaks.
That's boom. And boom.
So we just lost.
Coda 403A
All right.
has overtaken North America.
All right.
The world is doomed.
Okay, folks. So
First half of January is now over with a
Well, hold on.
loss.
this
now-
game is brutal. That is the only word I can think of to describe this game.
And the bad part is you can make all the right decisions and still lose the game.
I know, and I love it. I love
Because
this game.
even if I had come up, I would not have been anywhere near Chicago.
Draw this card at the end of your first game of January before selecting your game end upgrades, because we will get some of those.
Okay.
Win bonus. No, we didn't do that.
Where's the loss bonus?
So, scratch off this card if you win. It's a scratch-off card.
Yeah.
Scratch off this card if you win a game in January. So we have one more shot for this card to mean anything. Otherwise, I have to destroy it.
Do we... Oh, I guess you'll explain that in just a second.
So we are going to take a short break. Next episode, because we'll probably put this in a separate one.
Do we not need to finish up the loss?
We are, but we'll let everyone know what we did at the beginning of the next episode. So, folks, thank you for joining us. Next time on RQR, we try to save the second half of January because we bollocksed up the first half. We'll see you next time on RQR.